Hi everyone, I hope you're well and enjoying the weather now it's cooled down a bit. I know I'm a bit more productive when it's not so hot. Today I'm going to talk you through my idea for patchwork collages based on my love of patchwork quilts and using paper and materials found around the house. This is a paper version of a patchwork quilt that I made a while ago from pages of the Hackney Gazette. It's quite complicated and made of hexagons which take a while to cut out. For this one I thought we could just use squares and base it on squares and these squares cut in half to make triangles. I've used a picture from a wildlife magazine and the inside of an old envelope. Preferably you want at least two contrasting pictures, colours, textures, etc. And then cut these into squares. I measured out 3 centimetre squares, but you could make them bigger, smaller, depending on what's easiest for you, or just draw around something for the square instead of using a ruler. Once you've cut your squares, then the fun begins. You can start arranging them into different patterns. Here are some examples I found on the internet of patchwork quilts, all based around squares and those squares cut in half diagonally. Here are some of the patterns that I came up with. I haven't stuck them down, they're not particularly neat, but I'm not so bothered about that. I think it looks like fabric moving. Once you like one of them, you can then stick them down. I've used sellotape sticky side up to stick the triangles and shapes onto. But you could also use glue and then stick the shapes onto that. Or if you have that sticky back plastic, that would be ideal. It is quite fiddly, you might want to use bigger shapes and stick them onto there. Or alternatively, you could go for the crazy quilt idea where it's not so geometric and much more free, as in this Victorian example. Just cut pieces from your chosen bits of paper quite randomly into strange shapes and then fit them back together like you would a jigsaw. Then sellotape over the top to make a crazy quilt pattern. I hope you enjoy this task. Have fun. Can't wait to see what you do.